to start this series. Neither team having a loss yet. Both teams coming through that first day with a clean record. So one of these is going to experience their first loss here at the International today in this game.
I like that. Experience their first loss.
Yes, let's see.
Okay.
Obviously something that both teams are very good with dealing with.
Sure.
And still turning tournaments into a win. Doesn't matter if they have a loss on the way.
Let's see how the way, right? The other thing I'm always looking at is when there is a lineup that has you can clearly see like the aggression that they're trying to go for, is how much can the other team stall? There's a lot of ways that Yandex can stall, right? It's just the Rubik getting these Underlord spells and then Ghost Walk Invoker running around, cutting these creep waves and all that too. So the stall factor can be there. We'll see who can execute better, the greed or the aggression. Very excited for this matchup. Let's see, I'm also just, how is this Wyvern going to do? That's kind of a question to me, too. I feel like some of these cold embraces might just get his teammates killed instead of helping.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Or maybe he might not even use it much, so we'll have to see.
Maybe he won't even skill it. That's how he's going to skip it.
Alrighty, let's see what we get.
Could be grief. That's fine. That's why there is an option in-game to disable help from allies. They might use it. We'll see. Anyway.
Boxy. Sunstrike
coming in.
Beautiful.
That's going to do it. Chira Jr. Gonna start the game, picking up that kill. Saxa should die in return.
I'll give it to Nisha. They're trying.
They are, and they'll give it to him. So a little bit of balance there. Both mids getting a kill, but of course Chira Jr. getting that glorious bounty of the first blood.
Nice lift there. Saxa puts himself in a position to probably die, but he's like, I gotta make sure the Sunstrike lands. Give it to my mid. We'll be able to get that connection.
Now this matchup in the mid. I mean, both of these mid players very familiar with one another's heroes.
Helps Chira a lot that he did get the first blood, though. Having this extra base damage versus the Earth Spirit who has that base damage advantage is going to help him in the first few waves.
And in a matchup where, you know, kind of the skill is very close when it comes to the 1v1 laning between these two mids. Yeah, that little bit of gold makes a huge difference.
First wave, Nisha does get two of these deny, so we'll have at least a level advantage going in, but yeah, we'll see how that does end up going.
And as it goes for the side lanes, now looking at the top, McKay, I imagine he's pretty chill up here, right? Not going to be too much pressure from a Doom and a Rubik.
Looks like a very chill lane for Liquid, right? Tofu shouldn't die up here either. Should be able to distance himself versus the two of them here. But as you said, Yandex, I don't think that the design too much for them is getting kills in a lot of these lanes. Sure, if they can with Sunstrike, it's fantastic, but it's a greedy lineup, so they just want to be able to get out of these lanes in a good position. Boxy probably has to be a little bit careful how he steps up, but as long as he just, you know, plays safely with the blinding light, a lot of situations, Watson can't close the gap onto him. So I would say Liquid, 2 lanes that should, 2.5 lanes that should go really well. Bottom lane probably still is just fine for Watson, so.
Oh, Saxa.
Saxa. Yeah, this is not the easiest lane for them, I would say, with the Rubik Doom. Just have to endure.
Yeah, that definitely seems like out of all the lanes, the lane that's going to be the easiest.
They could feed. They could absolutely feed up
against
here.
This Wind Ranger and Hoodwink. A lot of if you're out of position, these two heroes are going to very easily be in position to punish it.
It's probably two of like the highest, like level 1 through 3 heroes, like highest damage that can actually be put out. Because Hoodwink is the highest damage support hero when he hits that level 3, as we've seen over and over again for like years. Actually, it's pretty crazy. And of course, Wind Ranger too. It does power shots. So. Just got to endure it on Yandex.
Yeah, just try and get as much as they can for DM out of the laning stage. DM trying to step up it.
I mean, it's so dangerous to do that. He doesn't even have Infernal Blade. That was actually interesting. Just wanted to poke him, I guess. Does get the neutral creep. That's very nice. Does have that mana burn and the mana aura for his Rubik to spam. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the times, I've mentioned this to you as well, too, is a lot of the lanes with Rubik, it's very hard to just like win a lane with Rubik. Oh, even if you do get an early kill, this hero is just...
unlikely.
Yeah. Fade Bolt is quite weak nowadays again.
Unless like the enemies drafted some very greedy or just something not for the lane themselves.
Exactly.
Even then, yeah, Rubik definitely not always the most explosive laner.
But Saxa doesn't care because he's versus Underlord, so he's gonna have a great time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, absolutely. everything else doesn't matter. As long as he gets to be the better Underlord, and he will.
As long as he doesn't get caught first in these fights. There isn't really the best vision getting from Liquid, I would say, but the Earth Spirit is the hunter, right? Looking for him every single time. Ace, taking a fair bit of damage, but looks like he should be okay. Replenished on the mana.
Yeah, both carries having a very nice lane.
Yep. Sunstrike.
Oh,
it's a beauty.
Goodness. I mean, it doesn't kill him, but the connection was right slap bang in the center of him. Very nicely placed by Chira Jr.
Saksa does have level 2 Fade Bolt if he does see Tofu make a mistake here. Could just blast him, but now Tofu's safe.
I gotta watch out for these Sunstrikes. Not really easy for Chira Jr. to hit these either, right? It's not like there's a crazy setup in the side lanes.
Stun connects, DM. He's in trouble.
He's gonna try and run.
2 more hits. Oh! Sunstrike!
That
nice
one's not
try.
gonna hit. Tofu sidestepping in time. Power shot won't connect either onto DM, so both living. But yeah, DM gonna have to take the long walk back to base.
Saksa though caught again. They'll get him. This lane is rough. I mean, Liquid, they drafted for aggression in lanes like we were saying, and we're seeing that immediately. The CS as well, sure, Watson's farming, but you're seeing kind of across the board having a very good time. And they're even going to get the side pull here too, so DM's struggling. Ace. Salving up.
I mean, what do you do if you're the offlane duo and your lane's going like this if you're this Doom Rubik? Because you can't, you're not hitting the jungle anytime soon, right?
Sox is going to probably leave the lane. There's not much that you can do.
Try and get what you can.
Yep, I think you just kind of have to start rotating because you probably anticipate that Tofu's also going to start doing this because the lane is already free for them. So I think Soxa just has to find his place now on the map rather than being top. Which bottom they can find some kills, but in the 3v3, a bit more dangerous. I would say Liquid has way more damage in their 3v3.
Yeah. Yeah, Liquid's prepared for this as well. Tofu down here knows exactly that at this point of the game, Sax is going to be forced to do, as you say, and just go elsewhere.
Here we go. Aggressive move. The stun is during the cold embrace, though, from Tofu.
Okay, they're trying to block off Ace. Sunstrike not going to hit. Watson trying to finish off the job, but
Body
Ace
blocks.
is fine. And,
Another bushwhack.
Tofu's going to have another round of spells in a minute.
With the Acorn. Still not quite enough. Boxy also will survive. Another Sunstrike coming soon.
They're kind of low. Tofu is going to get jumped here. They've got the pit. He'll have another bushwhack out on the Saxa.
Everyone's so low. Tofu.
Oh!
Trade.
At the same time in the mid, Nisha was trying to make a go for Chira Jr. Won't quite be able to finish him with the Magnetize.
Well, that's why we saw there's no extra Sunstrike coming in, right? He's dealing with his own issue under the tower, so can't throw that extra one for a kill. They could still look for Ace, though. He is very low. They glyph the wave 2 on the Firestorm. They want to dive him.
Oh, it could be an interesting time to do so. It's coming up to the 7-minute Wisdom.
Oh, Sunstrike for Vision.
I mean, that's a beautiful Sunstrike, Chira Jr. Now, sure, we've seen a couple that he's been off with, but, you don't hit if you don't try, and the ones that he's hitting are pretty impressive.
Their lanes are actually looking fine now. Like with getting these connections, not losing a hero to the rotation of Liquid down bottom, too.
Yeah, the fact that Watson has been able to, throughout that, kind of continue to just poke at them and keep himself alive with the backup of Malady and continue to find the farm.
Bit of miscasted spells there from Liquid for sure. Getting that, the bushwhack during the cold embrace ends up just like overlapping. You're just wasting your stun, so ends up being very successful there for Yandex. It is a 1-for-1. No one's going to be sad in terms of the shrines. Mickey focus firing DM, but there's backup. Mickey pushing for it.
Trying to get the shackle onto the 2 of them, but just only gets it onto DM. Sunstrike won't hit here.
It's healthy.
He tries with the power shot, will miss, but Nisha can finish up the job.
Lotus, but there's a Fade Bolt. Sentry for Vision, doesn't quite get the angle.
Mickey's going to be fine. Nisha able to offer up an earn charge.
Chaotic start here.
Yeah, good response from Nisha to know that he needed to be up there to help out.
He will be very active, that is for sure. Power Rune, 10 seconds, Chira. Checking toward the top one, will he be able to deny it away?
And Nisha will be ready to roll in on the timing.
Spawns bottom. Good ice wall. This is going to be a... I mean, Nisha's probably just dead here.
I mean, this is an insane amount of damage. Yeah, Chira Jr. He was very ready for that one. As you say, quick combo coming out with the ice wall. Definitely the cold snap and the meatball, and he's gone.
Beautiful. I mean, Chira, he is doing absolutely fantastic. Laning matchup, same CS, and he's getting multiple different kills.
Bottom lane looking for Ace, but Ace, he's got backup. Mickey comes swinging over to the bottom lane. A cold embrace will buy Watson a little bit of safety, but Watson without the ult. Oh, he's got the ult. He hit the 6. Oh! He's going to be able to get it off, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, and now also
find enough
Malady.
Sustain from it, and Liquid set up for Mickey to get a beautiful shot there to pick up the double.
Look at Mickey walking, though. He's very worried about this Sunstrike. Chira's in their head. Won't be able to find the angle, but maybe on Ace. Oh my goodness, that split I think on one of the creeps might have been closer.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. He is not afraid of just throwing these Sunstrikes out.
Nope.
He will, every time you know that Sunstrike's coming for you, and as you say, you can see that it's getting in their heads.
And honestly, look, I won't say it's all because of the first blood, but a lot of it is the fact that he has an early null, right? He has these extra little bit of mana that he can expend, because sometimes these Invokers, you can't throw like 7 Sunstrikes in the laning phase because you have to be sure to have your Force Spirits and all that, so. Big stuff from Jira.
Yeah, already thrown out 9 of them, and has managed to hit 5. So very good stuff here from him on the mid Invoker. As expected, you know, as we said when it came out, this is probably his best hero, Jira.
In some trouble here. Bushwhack. Will connect.
Him. I mean, with the Magnetize, they'll have enough.
He's gone down.
There's nowhere for him to go. So good pressure from Liquid. Good moves, you know, reacting to that play down bottom, bringing in the numbers, and then with that one, realizing that they could go for that dive play beyond the tier 1 tower, and Yandex didn't really have enough to bring in to try and help Chira Jr. out.
I would say for Liquid overall, it's probably one of their best ideas to just go for the Invoker in the early game, right? Because if you don't, he's going to be able to contribute a lot to these side lanes, either with a TP or with just these Sunstrikes. So they have good ways to close the gap on him with the Air Spirit. It's one of the best to just kill him. So
yeah, I think, you know, Nisha plus the Tofu pretty much takes the job every time, right?
Yeah.
Those two heroes will kill Chira Jr. pretty reliably at this stage of the game.
And now they have Fiend's Gate, so they have that extra element to just go right on top of him as well, too, if they want to. So, but yeah, numbers pretty close, 8-4. Liquid slightly leading, but I wouldn't say that Yandex is upset about this start at all. Obviously, the Invoker's doing well. Kez is doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
He is going to go the Mage Slayer build as we expected versus all this magic damage. So they know what they got to do.
Oh, it's good, and as you say, getting away with it when it is definitely the greedier of the lineups, right?
Yes.
So if you're 10 minutes in, you're pretty much even on the net worth.
You're happy.
You're feeling pretty comfortable here, Yandex. You're not, yeah, definitely not dismayed by the fact that Liquid have the lead in kills.
What I love to see too is everyone's like, no one is really that behind too in terms of levels either. The supports, I think just Saksa, he's level 5, so he's about to hit that 6. But yeah, everyone is 6 on the supports. All the cores have decent farm too. See where these next rotations
go. Nisha, ready to lead the charge, make the plays here, try and pressure the cores of Yandex. They're able to go for the dive plan. Chira Jr. Now he's got his sights set for Watson.
Amp damage. Mickey kind of baiting them down here.
Trying to pull them away from the tower.
He got vision. And here we go. Connect.
Straight in over towards Watson. Immediately Nisha opens up the combo. The Winter's Curse will come out. Doesn't matter. Sharpshooter out to Watson. Watson's gone. Cold Embrace ain't going to save him. Melody's dead as well. Liquid bringing in the aggression.
As their draft is designed to do so versus this Yandex. I believe they actually saw the Air Spirit too for a second, but it was just too much jumping on top of him. A good bait there from Mickey to force them forward a little.
Definitely still a good chance of Nisha taking over the game as this Air Spirit.
Oh yeah, 100%. Here we go. Saksa 6 has been hit. He is now
all right, here we go.
Insanely strong.
Now he can play. As you say, this is why they pick it.
Yep. Firestorm, level 4 at the ready. There are some elusive heroes, though, so it's not going to be like this Firestorm. They're just stuck in it in a lot of situations, right? Earth Spirit can roll out. Windrun can just Windrun out. But he can help farm for them, too. They have a nice Ancient stack. You can throw that Firestorm. It'll pretty much clear all of it out with the Meteor. Okay, finding another one.
Yeah, that bottom lane no longer a sort of safe area to be, even the jungle.
So he said Liquid wanting to set this tempo, now getting up to these 11 kills. Nisha, that's the Vessel finished up. Very good Vessel game, too. Versus Doom, versus Wyvern, even versus Invoker and Kez. It's an excellent game for it. Pushing a lot of these towers will be difficult when Saksa does have this Firestorm, as you can see.
I mean, yeah, that crazy amount of deep push that it offers does definitely pose quite a good answer to the way that Liquid want to run at the Yandex right now.
Holy Locket is getting closer and closer to being finished also for Boxy. The timings for Liquid are going to be very scary, I would say, for Yandex. They have to be very careful with how they position themselves to not get caught off guard. It's a lot of team fight that Liquid does have. A lot of heal and a lot of overall damage that continues. Yandex's execution would say it's a good amount harder than Liquid's in particular, because they don't have the easiest ways to start fights.
No, it's
well, for Liquid, they just go. Their Spirit just rolls in.
At the moment, the setup is kind of Chira Jr. lining up a clean combo.
Yep. She is hunting right now. I mean, Chira looking for a potential solo play.
He's going pretty deep for this move.
This is a tanky hero that he's going for, though.
But it's a lot of damage he's got. Is it enough?
It's not.
Ace is going to get away, and Chira Jr., he is not able to run from this. Wait, unless they don't have detection.
He's ticking.
Wait, what?
Oh, they do not.
They don't have any detection?
Meanwhile, though, Nisha.
Sure, Nisha's cleaning up in the mid. It's going to be a little awkward. Okay, Ace is going to be fun. I wonder if Chira Jr. was going to keep looking and actually ended up finding Ace. He'll try with a Sunstrike. But
that was awkward.
First game of the day. They didn't have anything to see it with. But yeah, Nisha, he's cleaning up in the mid.
He's just killing everyone.
Supports, step it up. I'm carrying this early game. You know, that's what Nisha's saying. As he's going to be able to clean up the tower here in the mid with Mika.
That was so. I mean, it's pretty illegal that they don't have anything. The double blood grenade on Tofu. This is what I do. And I always blame myself for not having detection because of this.
Gets the chance to get a nice doom down.
This haste is going to save him.
Nisha, yeah, they won't be able to find any follow-up damage onto him, so he'll survive this. They will be able to deny the tower, but it's still going to be the tower gone. As Liquid were successful with that push around the mid.
Pretty ridiculous, though, to see that Nisha can just go in, kill 2 targets with ease, right, as this Earth Spirit, because it's just how much damage and how much easier it is to connect. Chira tries for the Underlord, but just a bit too tanky. He ain't no Earth Spirit.
Because it was a close play as well, honestly. And it
was.
You know, Chira Jr. going for that move, definitely something that Ace would have been... he was caught completely by surprise by.
Nisha, there's a pit stolen.
Pit, into the lift, into the Sunstrike. That'll do it. That's a big kill to find here. Nisha being sort of the driving force right now for Liquid.
Unfortunately, Malady gets the last hit. I think Watson really wants to start getting some of these, but whatever happens. The treads, yeah, the new build that all of these Wyverns are going for that we're seeing. You do hit a lot with Arctic Burn when you've got the extra point with your, what is this thing called again? The Edda? Yeah, Eldworm Edda.
Oh, we're getting that extra level in.
Yeah, you get the extra level. It's actually pretty strong. I'm seeing most of these 5-position Wyverns, even though it looks weird, they do go for this treads.
Okay. Closing in on the Hyperstone into that Mjolnir rush. As the carry Wind Ranger still top of the net worth at the moment.
I love the amount of urns that we do have picked up, because Distiller, of course, is going to be picked up from Tofu, but Vessel's so good on the Earth Spirit, and then same, yeah. I mean, we should see Distiller every game. I think we've said that multiple times now. Insanely good item.
Yeah, I'd be interested on the stats of how many games didn't have a Distiller in.
I think we cast one, I think
there have been some that did get ignored.
I believe so. Well, that kill on Nisha was actually pretty huge. The momentum, you can see Liquid, they actually kind of start to slow down pretty massively in terms of looking for kills right now. 3 cores on the side of Yandex. Feeling pretty happy now. Just slowing the pace down, getting the farm. DM now, though. That's a heads-up TP.
That really is, yeah. Knew that Nisha would not get quite enough of a reach there with the initiation.
And look at the build that he's going for also on DM, right? Full greed, going for the Radiance that we've seen many of these Dooms go for.
It's, I mean, again, at this point in the game, it does still feel like they're getting away with it. You know, only
so far.
Down 2k gold. Liquid, they really need to get back on with finding that momentum. As you say, they got taken away a little bit with that death on Nisha.
Nisha, speaking of him as well, another pit.
And a pretty good solid setup. Nisha's going to try and roll away, but the Doom's there. It's going to be Nisha dead again.
Saksa also Bushwhack stolen, doesn't connect, but they should have Tofu. Oh.
Well, they'll use the curse to lock him down.
That was awkward.
It was a little. Would the Sunstrike damage have been enough to kill him?
I think it might have been. Either way, he does go down.
Anyway, they go with the Fade Bolt. And now Watson's turned up, so Liquid, they've got to run.
Well, Liquid's not the one winning fights with this, like, as we keep mentioning, right? Like, they're on, well, not on a timer per se, right? But they want to be the aggressors. Nisha gets caught again, and Saksa, this wasn't even a Firestorm, right? He just has the pit, he has the lift, he gets him, pulls him back so that he can get in front of him, and they block the rollout.
I mean, was that just too risky of a move there to be hitting the tower like that without the whole team behind him?
Overall, right, he's not really the one who wants to be hitting the tower. Sure, it's tier 1, so he can, but puts himself in a very vulnerable spot.
Quite a important shake-up there. As we say, now, if Liquid lose this early game control, it's going to get tough, or at least it's going to start sort of resting very heavily on Mickey as the Wind Ranger to out-carry 3 pretty terrifying, scary-looking heroes that Yandex do have.
I think for Liquid also, like, the early BKBs are still pretty strong. Like, when Nisha gets it, he'll be able to just run in and out pretty easily. But I would say similar style for the side of Yandex. As we mentioned, Liquid is all magic damage. Not much that really goes through. So I would imagine Yandex, they can just rush BKBs after these first core items. And I think Liquid's going to be in a lot of trouble. If Yandex is actually able to get to these BKBs without Liquid having a good advantage, there's concern.
Yeah, because I mean, we began to see sort of glimpses of it there. You know, like last fight, Watson's like, you know, I am at a point where I'm ready to turn up. Because with this Mage Slayer, with its Deso timing, like, he will tear apart quite a lot of these heroes on Liquid.
They're pretty fragile, actually, when you look at it across the board.
But this Kez is going to be very scary.
Yeah.
Liquid, we'll see what the plan is now, back out on the map.
And he'll reduce, I mean, obviously so much, right? The Mage Slayer is going to be very strong if he's actually able to stick on these targets.
Yeah, it's going to get much harder for Liquid to fight into this.
Yeah. So let's see how these next few moments progress. Yandex, as you said, it's feeling pretty nice with the way the state is, without them being behind at all. Top tower also now starting to get whittled down from Meteor Hammer and Forge Spirits. Chira. Does he want to buy the Shard? I mean, I think his team might be discussing about those BKBs, but the Shard might help him get to the BKB at the same pace with the way that the game is going right now. So we'll see what Chira wants to do. Okay, full Ags.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time, right? Ags on the Underlord, BKB
and BKB on the Earth Spirit, and then they go.
Then, yeah. Then Liquid are back ready to try and get that lead grown again.
But they better win those fights, right? They almost have to win those fights, otherwise it's going to look quite a bit more difficult as the game progresses. Game is slowing down.
Well, DM, Chira Jr. and Watson all going to be very happy about that.
Chira is just going to rush BKB, all right, so he's not even buying the Shard.
So this game.
Yeah, he's not, but I thought maybe he buys like the Shard in between to get to it, but no, he just wants to make sure that he has it for probably the fight that's going to kick off in the next 2-3 minutes, right? Because it's going to be around Tormentor or Roche, so he wants to be prepared for it. And yeah, I mean, he needs BKB. Like, you need it versus Earth Spirit, or you can't just die 100-0. Especially at this point in the game. Okay, he's just getting close to it.
Yeah, Mickey as well. Very close to his BKB. So the two BKBs, the Agdams on the Underlord, Liquid, they're going to be very ready to go with that. And yeah,
they
have to win that fight. If they go for this team fight around these pickups and they don't, this game's going to start looking pretty dire pretty quick.
Yeah, I would think so as well too. They will have a timing window though, because Watson's is actually going to be delayed in terms of the synergy of how everybody else's timing is going to go. His is going to be a little bit slower, so that can be that moment where Liquid takes advantage for sure. Because right now you can see they're not like rushing it, right? Liquid, they're waiting for that timing.
Yep. That's one of them.
That's step one.
And yeah, Mickey just a few hundred gold away from his BKB.
They're meeting, it looks like they were going to meet up for a smoke. Yeah, they are, okay. So Liquid just with the BKB Earth Spirit, they're going to look for it since the other one is coming, and they do have the Ags Underlord. They can get a pick into an objective.
There we go. So trying this one without Mickey.
DM. It's a pretty juicy target.
He senses something. He's backing away, and
they know. I think they know where he's farming. I think they can, yeah. And I think they kind of have to. I don't think they want to just let them sit back and farm like this.
Yeah, this should be a quick and easy pick. Yeah, they're going to bring in the Fiend's Gate as well. Make sure they get the job done. So they'll find DM.
They'll back out together. I guess they're just going to run a Tormentor with that, right? Any type of kill just to get that objective. But we did see Yandex didn't overreact. That's something important, right? Sure, you get the Doom, but they're farming like crazy. Everyone's just hitting the creeps, forcing the waves out.
Can you force Roche with the Kez and the Invoker?
You probably can attempt. No, it's not. It's probably not worth it.
Wouldn't be fast enough.
No. They had the Doom, yeah, for sure, but yeah, without him. Sunstrike.
He was close. He was close with the timing. Not quite soon enough. A Liquid. They get the Tormentor. Shard for Tofu.
Big timings. The Shard also, yeah, for Tofu is going to be pretty massive, as we've indicated with their lineup, all this magic. Nisha is hunting. Saksa, he's very dead.
A really time now for Liquid to just get...
Oh, good curse!
But the curse! It's going to put a stop to that. Actually allows them to take down Boxy. They'll still lose Saksa, but make sure they don't go empty-handed. Does end up costing them the 2 lives as the pick comes in.
Chira? He's turned up.
They get him as well. This is going to be huge for Liquid. He has got BKB TP, though. Yeah. And nothing to stop it. So he'll get away and did manage to bring down Tofu on the way out. So him sticking around actually made sure that they did get the trade there.
2 for 2. Getting these plays, even when Liquid's the one looking for them first, they will be able to get that wraparound there. Great curse. The blink, I believe he just picked up on that Wyvern there. Nice, exciting game.
Yeah, very, very close on the numbers, but definitely feels that that much more delicate for Liquid.
More delicate for
their
Liquid.
Position in their draft. Yandex, you would imagine at this point still feeling in the much calmer position.
Chira looking at Nisha, but Nisha has BKB. They will get the stun though on him.
They get the opening. He's going to have to put the BKB and run, but Watson's on top of him with this incredible amount of physical damage. Nisha will roll away. Watson turns over towards Tofu instead.
Chira
get the sharpshooter on. Chira Jr. will manage to push back with the deafening blast. The body blocks are coming in though. Sets up for the power shot. Chira Jr. He'll go down this time, but he did manage to get the cold snap with the Meteor down onto Ace.
They got him.
So they get the trade.
And now Soxa does also have Firestorm. Hasn't been able to find one of these steals in a while.
Push back out onto Malady.
DM.
I'm trying to have forward. Mickey, he's going to try and step up for the kill, but the telekinesis is there.
BKB CD.
Mickey's got to back off.
5 seconds.
BKB about to come to an end. Keep the distance, Boxy. And see if he can get some sort of setup with the slow roll forward into the kick. Slowing down DM. Can he be saved? The shackle shot connects. He can't. Liquid.
Watson. Oh!
With the huge echo slash, cuts down Tofu and brings Mickey incredibly low. Mickey's got to get out.
Mickey does. I thought Mickey was actually going to die, but had the BKB ready. That was close.
Oh, and he's got no TP. So if Chira Jr. can do the maths, he's going to have a Sunstrike in 10 seconds.
No, he's not. He's not. There's no way.
Maybe. Yeah, he's healing up. Sunstrike would still kill him.
Not anymore.
No, he's too much HP.
Too much HP. Exchanges. It's not like Liquid's running away with the fights, right? They're getting into these kind of clashes. There's trades that are coming out for Yandex.
Yeah, they still need more than this, Liquid.
Yep.
Yandex are dealing with the pressure.
Watson now has claimed the top net worth spot, and Nisha somehow actually is getting a bit behind. Dying a couple times here over and over again. Having the answers for him. But it's her spirit, so we know the scaling. This hero is absurd. This hero can still always go absolutely bonkers into the later stages.
Liquid, they might find Watson.
Okay. Chira.
Oh, Chira.
BKB.
It just immediately BKBs there.
Cast the TP. Watson.
And Mickey didn't quite see him.
Look at that. Sneaky.
So should be able to TP out without having a BKB.
This is a really fun game. 11 to 20. All the BKBs. Cores all are having them now, if I'm not mistaken, right? Does Ace have it finished? I believe he does, coming out of the courier, so.
All right.
These fights definitely execution-based now at this point.
Coming up to the point of the game where a one-team fight probably means a Roshan for either of these sides. And
they both kill it pretty fast.
Coming to the point now as well where Yandex, they're
feel
good
strong
to go as well. They're ready to start making some smoke moves themselves.
Soxa also has the spell, right? He does have one of them at the ready. Does have that Firestorm ready for quick kills. Boxy.
Oh.
Get the catch, a 3-man pit.
Not really easy to capitalize on. They are going to try, but
they just Doom Ace.
With the Doom down onto Ace.
Watson.
Tofu will get the pushback onto Watson into the follow-up shackle shot. They're locking Watson down. Can Watson get away from this? He'll be able to get the BKB and the parry off, but the focus fire from Mickey finishes him off. Excellent angle there. The Tofu's able to come in with setup with that pushback into the shackle shot. Gets them the huge kill. Taking out the Kaz.
He's got the shield rune.
He wants more. See if he can find a catch on a Chira Jr. BKB's going to be back up in a second for Chira Jr., so should be all right now, even if they do see him, and they don't. He's out of vision.
Tofu and Mickey in that fight, just kind of carrying it, right?
Absolutely.
Getting the connection, just 100-0 Watson. There's no carry for him.
And this, finally out of sort of the few attempts that Liquid's tried, a clear win for them on the trip.
Yes,
they get the 2 kills, they get the big one. They take Watson down.
And Mickey gets the big money for it, too.
This is what Liquid need.
Did they even have to use... They didn't really even pop BKBs, right? And I think Ace overall in particular, if he's getting doomed like that, I think Ace is like, hell yeah, let's go, guys.
Because he's already done his job right.
Yep,
he's come in, he's dropped his spells. If he's tanking the Doom, the team is definitely happy.
I think overall for DM, he probably needs to save the Doom either for Nisha or for the Wind Ranger. I think using it on Ace, after he just jumped, he already used his ulti, right? He's already kind of done that job, as you're saying, so. How's Boxy doing for his Aghanims? He is getting close. Partisan brand on both of the mid laners. See which one gets lucky with the catalyst, of course, as we do get to that later. Mickey. He's playing a pretty flawless game so far on this Wind Ranger.
Yeah, farm's been excellent, and has not turned up anytime at a wrong time. Chira Jr. has got the BKB TP again.
It's a lot of damage.
It is getting closer and closer to where that damage is. You know, I think you had a +1 in there. He might not be as lucky next time with the BKB TP plays.
Yeah, I mean, Mickey's going to be able to kill these heroes through their BKBs pretty easily quite soon. Once he's got the next, one of the next 2 items, he will be able to just go through it. Liquid still looking for all these constant aggressive plays, and Chira now no BKB up for 70 seconds. Does Liquid want to capitalize that in any way? Right now, it doesn't look like it too much, but they do have some time to look for that option.
Now they do hit the aggressive scan there, knowing somebody's in the jungle farming.
Nisha.
Only really Mickey around. Okay, Tofu and Ace are going to join him.
Nisha, they want to look for him.
Here's the setup. They're going to go for Malady.
They got top Nisha. They got a Doom on him.
Yeah, so Liquid, whilst they're indeed looking for the Wyvern, not looking so hot on the other side of the map. So
big kill for Yandex.
I guess even if they weren't going for that move, they didn't really have any way. Well, I guess they could have had the Fiends Gate.
They could have Fiends Gate to maybe save, yeah.
Liquid kind of went a little too hard there to try and get this Wyvern kill.
He also can just pop the Fiends Gate, and Nisha can BKB and just walk through it, right? He literally could just, right? You just BKB and click the Fiends Gate, even if you're doomed.
Because what came first then? The Doom play onto Nisha or the Fiends Gate play onto the Wyvern?
It was pretty much the same time.
Yeah, it was, I guess unfortunate timing there for Liquid.
Yeah. Yandex will be very happy about that one. Watson now, Aghanims is finished up, getting closer toward that next big item for the Wind Ranger. Of course, the MKB if he can get to it. That was a full Shivas, by the way, also finished up for Nisha in that the fight that they caught him top. So literally, as soon as he got it, he does go down. So at least they know that he has it as well. It's going to be some insane damage that's coming out from both sides, right? Magical damage, physical damage is incredibly high from both sides. Chira now, a very big timing for him. As you said, Nisha starting to fall behind in terms of that net worth, dies again. Chira not getting caught a couple of these times.
Yeah, he's pretty terrifying.
He's got the Hex.
I mean, he can pretty much make the solo plays onto a lot of these heroes now.
Yeah, even Mickey at potential of almost dying. Mickey now does have the crit. I actually like that he does this instead of going for the Lincolns. I wanted to have him to have the damage to kill someone through BKB, and this will give it to him.
That vulnerability, though, might hurt.
Sure, he does have
It is a little risky. Because indeed, as you said earlier, he was definitely considering just going for that Lincolns first, obviously realizing the value of this game. They'll look at the setup.
Catch on the supports.
Two of them. The curse comes out, holding down Mickey. He should get a good angle, though, and Mickey shreds through Saxa. They'll get the 2 supports.
Right next to Roche.
And now they can indeed just go straight for the pit.
Great kills.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Any chance of a steal? Might see Chira Jr. throw
just a Sunstrike. Yeah, just some information.
I mean, Watson could jump in, or would that be too crazy?
They're looking for it. Look at Chira. He's setting up for Tornado.
They could definitely jump in for this.
The BKB's are ready on 2 cores.
Tornado's not going to hit.
Chira.
He's going to have to put the BKB, though. Get the Doom on to Mickey. Mickey's been doomed. He's in trouble. DM's going to chase him down.
He's dead.
They're going to have him. That's going to be a Mickey gone. They do get Chira Jr. in return. Watson's going to try and make moves over towards Ace. Ace pots the BKB, using the pit to hold back Watson. Watson's still got his own BKB ready to press if necessary. The buyback's coming from Malady.
Stun.
Pushback on a DM, cold embrace there. Watson dropping down the Echo Slash, trying to force Liquid to not chase, but they'll still manage to get in on top of DM and kill off the Doom.
Liquid's team fight still is so strong around this Coddle, too. He has to be addressed. How much he's doing, just being able to refresh the spells, give the extra stuff for Nisha, just the extra heals, too. It is very annoying what Boxy's able to do.
They can step into the pit Yandex now and finish the Roche. I don't know if Liquid's got enough with sort of their team fight already expended to get into the pit and actually stop this from going down now.
BKB's cooldown, and Watson's going to kill it too fast for them to get back.
Have this.
Yeah, Yandex, they will be able to get away with it.
And Watson.
That was a heads-up way they got the Doom off as well onto Mickey. They got the Tornado into EMP, so he actually didn't have mana to get the BKB off initially, and they got the full combo onto him. If he gets BKB before all those other spells connect, he probably can reset, but not the case.
Yeah, Yandex, again, with a very good kind of punch back, holding Liquid back. You know, if they could get that Roche, get that Aegis, their lead would really start to grow absolutely in line with what they wanted to happen, right, with this lineup. But Yandex saying, no, 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 they put another slowdown on Liquid's progression. Taking away that Roche and getting that Aegis secured for Watson.
Nisha. Looking for
around.
Chira, but Chira does have some backup, but so does Nisha.
It's a hard catch.
Saxa, whoop.
Well, I go from here with the gate.
Lifts himself away. got a lot of different ways to protect safely versus Ace. Won't connect there. Watson 4 minutes with this Aegis though. Going to be in a very good position to keep himself safe and to finish off that MKB. He's very close to it.
And just sort of the fact as well that in that last fight, Watson was not pressured to use the BKB at all. Like he felt confident enough to sort of run into that fight and no point, no panic, didn't press BKB, didn't need to. Definitely a little bit of a worrying sign there for Liquid.
I mean, this game is delivering again, though. But we did say this is like that time, right? 30, 35, 40 minutes. Yandex, even though Liquid with the 4K lead, Yandex now start to maybe have that slight edge. We'll just have to see how the team fight execution. Liquid still does have a lot of ways to play these team fights pretty crazy.
Yeah, and Mid-K's damage is like, if they get their hands on any of these heroes, Mid-K will destroy them.
Yes.
So they're pretty much guaranteed to kill if they on any of the cores if they get that clean entry. With Mid-K being able to get him with the BKB and the focus fire. But if they don't find that, and especially if there's any sort of fight where Mid-K gets kind of taken out first, it's going to leave a lot of heavy lifting for Nisha on the Earth Spirit to do the damage to clean up the team fight.
I mean, Mid-K is #1 priority, right? Yeah. If he dies, the fight's pretty much essentially over, it feels like, for Liquid. All right, new neutral items. Who is going to get the Dream? Both carries already have the Dream, I would say, because they both have their serrated Shiv. If they just want to hang on to that when they can. But the mid laners, right? They have Partisans, which they're happy about, but the Conjurers, that's always the Dream. And both of them probably two of the stronger ones that can actually carry it. Tofu, he's found.
Yeah, should be a little freebie here for you, Yandex.
Nice connection there from Chira. That gold lean gone. Still 2 minutes left on this Aegis, and there's the MKB finished for Watson. So yeah, for Mid-K, much harder for him to play these fights.
Yeah, his moves have to be perfect, Mid-K. So far, so good. Just the one death. Got Doom at the Roshan. Outside of that, he's been doing everything possible here, Mid-K.
Ooh, that's a big rune. Amp damage up top.
Still just under a couple of minutes left on this Aegis for Watson, so he's ready to fight.
Do they have a smoke? They do if they want to look for something here. Chira getting some good information, forcing down bottom. Does see Mid-K. I believe he saw Nisha as well. Looks like they'll just hit the tier 2 mid. Pretty wild. No tier 2s dead, by the way. 36 minutes. Bottom.
They're going to go
Chira.
for Chira Junior.
Has BKB. Hex.
He turns the Hex. They get the catch
Nisha.
towards it. The Doom comes in. They jump Nisha straight away. DM's going to chase him out of the fight. Mid-K was able to finish off Chira Junior. Nisha trying to keep his distance. The jump forward there from Watson. They'll take the Earth Spirit down. A mid for a mid. So with Liquid, can they turn and find anything more that will stop down to control the Wyvern for now? Liquid still have to get away from Watson. Saxa, jump forward. They have the Echo Slash in onto Ace. Ace forced to BKB. Get back under the tier 2 and back off. Liquid, they'll take everyone else out of there.
Mid for mid. Able to distance himself from Watson. I thought he was going to get a secondary connection. You can see Mid-K drops incredibly low very fast here. He got the full focus fire onto Chira there, though.
Yeah, it won't be as easy to run away from Watson next time. Should have the Blink Dagger coming out very soon.
He's getting big, getting bigger and bigger. Okay, he gets flares, so he actually got some RNG, of course, with the neutral, so very nice for him. Since he already has MKB, he doesn't need the Shiv as much versus the Wind Ranger. This is a very strong item. Especially for Kaz. I mean, the damage that you get with the base damage, too, will just rip through these heroes. We do see one of the catalysts for DM. Also now picking up the neutral item, or sorry, the neutral creep that we see a lot of them get later in the stages. When you have Shivas, you swap over to Congregations. Mid-K.
He's in trouble. He's going to have to run, but the curse is there. The Sunstrike comes down. That's Mid-K dead for nearly 100 seconds. No buyback.
Uh-oh.
Said his performance had to kind of be perfect from this point onwards.
Bottom, DM's BKB cooldown 3, 2, won't be able to get it off. Gets exploded.
So, yeah, Liquid not going empty-handed, but again, still not trades that feel good. Sure, they get the offlane, but losing Mid-K.
They are playing a 4 Protect 1, right, on Liquid. Sure, Earth Spirit is a different monstrosity where he kind of has this type of scaling too, but they are essentially playing that 4 Protect 1 in this game versus a Doom.
Tier 2 in the mid gone, and Yandex should be able to clean up the tier 2 top.
First tier 2 is 38 minutes. Pretty late from what we see most situations, but Now going to open up the map. Liquid, can they actually get a trade of tier 2? Dangerous for them to go for it. I feel like Yandex is going to look for this fight 100% down here.
Yeah, they're not scared of a fight whatsoever, especially if they can try and take this from an angle.
Oh, they
might not expect this smoke across the map.
Oh, they might cut them right off. If he does get the Hex connection.
You get the jump on Anisha, it's a huge one.
Nisha.
They're gonna
He's
find
spotted.
it. They'll get the Hex, no way to save him.
Deleted.
Nisha's gone. The rest have to run. It's going to be a curse up in a few seconds. I mean, if Malady can kind of keep his hands on Ace, they might have a chance to get the
grenade.
He's got BKB, has to press it. And Watson.
Is Ace even safe?
He's still ready to close in on him. We'll have to will-o-wisp.
Lift.
Still, Watson in. Huge damage comes out. The Hex there onto Ace. Ace, he'll fall. The curse as well, controlling the supports, allowing time for Watson to close up onto Foxy.
What a curse.
Now onto Tofu. Yandex, effective getting the full team wipe. Everybody's dead on Liquid. Liquid, we saw them try their best, but it does look like they may have just not been able to find that early lead, find that early timing. Yandex, throughout this game, they have absolutely kept Liquid in check.
Oh, yeah. Great movements. Great, I mean, across the board, the individual plays, as we've seen from Yandex, have been top tier to be able to just slow down, keep slowing down the timings, getting these extra catches. Nisha has 6 deaths. And now, yeah, we're seeing Soxa, right? With a couple of these just small steals, they have insane effect. Now with the pit as well.
Yandex
fully hitting that stride. Right around that 30 to 40 minutes, right? Like, that's how their lineup was pretty much designed when they go for this greed. Not falling behind in this game.
It does just, you know, for all the great plays the Liquid were getting away with early, it just wasn't enough. And it really does feel like a game where, you know, Liquid, they were sweating throughout this one. Yandex, I don't know if they're breaking a sweat at all. They had all the answers every single time.
Yeah, definitely not Watson, that's for sure.
No.
Full set. Funny, the first two tier 2s drop at 38 minutes, and Arax drops at 40. So, pretty cool indicator of how this game has gone. And my God, look at that swing. Gold, experience, everything, just massive swing forward now.
Yeah. A very, very difficult hole for some Liquid to kind of dig themselves out of now. The way that last few plays have gone.
They just have to, I mean, that last one especially too, that was kind of this chain feed of sequence, right? They lost heroes one by one by one. If they have everyone together, Liquid is obviously so much stronger, and they have good high ground defense, but they can't lose these heroes one by one like this. Losing Mickey at the start of things and then not being prepared for the move bottom, losing everybody else one by one by one. Now they're grouped up. Let's see how that'll look, if they can get a catch onto Yandex.
No one down at the moment with this play. I mean, they can settle for a Torment. Find something here, Liquid. We'll look to go for the gate and see if they get anyone on the top side of the map.
They want to kill, but they might have to just settle.
Roshan's still not going to be up for a minute and a half, so a little slightly longer there. Watson was checking to see if it was an earlier respawn.
Perhaps a little bit of indecision. They're thinking about what they want to do. Looks like one person was pinging the Tormentor, another person was saying we need to go through the Twin Gate, so let's see what the decision's going to be. It is going to be Twin Gate. Got to throw the scan first. Looking to find an angle here. They have the Underlord in the base for the port over. Ace getting close to 25. Oh, Soxa. He's got A on disc, so he's quite a bit harder for them to bring down now.
And Watson, he's in with the counterplay.
Ooh.
He jumps forward straight away, forces Mickey down. Want the BKB, Watson's in on top of him. Mickey's got to run.
Can he?
He
can't.
cannot. Watson cuts him down. Mickey cannot survive as Watson's going to be able to clean up the course. Nisha's dead.
He's too strong. Mickey can't play the team fights anymore.
Ace, BKB's come to an end. Yandex chase him down. They'll bring the Underlord down. It's a bit too much now for Liquid.
Far
they
too
couldn't
much.
find the timing, and as we said, at this stage of the game, it's getting closer and closer to impossible for Liquid to swing this one back.
Yeah, some of these, I mean, these Kazs, if they do get to this point, when they get to their stride, right, there's not many heroes that can play too easily versus it. Just easily destroyed, dismantled, and probably another set here, at least, but yeah, this game pretty out of control now for Liquid.
Watson is ready to blink in onto Tofu there. Tofu able to head back in time. Damage to be done. There is still a tier 2 on the bottom lane, so Mega Creep
They might just go in.
But the game,
They might just
that
end.
might be on the menu. Onto the tier 4s.
They have Alacrity, they have the DOTA. Yeah, so they're going to kill these buildings insanely fast. Up the glyph. They'll live to see one more day. Roche is up. They'll back up. Yandex will play it safe.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, you could. I'm like in similar vein with you, right? It did not feel like they were sweating. Like they were just like,
No,
okay, we know we've got the scaling, we know we've got the green.
We're going to do this. You guys want to fight there? We're going to do this.
I think that's important is that they didn't overreact a lot of times when you could see that Liquid was trying to get that momentum. When they catch, like this was a long time ago, obviously, but when they catch DM bottom, right? When they do that type of smoke play with 4 heroes, they get the Tormentor. Yandex just doesn't react. They just keep forcing, keep farming. They don't TP and lose more heroes. The way that they played around was smart.
They knew exactly what Liquid's game plan was.
Yeah,
and they
like
knew exactly kind of what each and every move that Liquid were likely to make was going to be. Definitely did their research and preparation coming into this one, and seemingly knowing the opponent's playstyle and likely approach after the draft
just a couple
to a T.
Like a couple of these slip-ups, right, in particular. I think Nisha losing a lot of momentum for himself in particular when he does get caught. He finishes like a full Shivas, dies for 70 seconds. I think there was another scenario where in the top lane, right, when he was hitting the tower, dies there after getting a lot of momentum. Those things really matter when you're playing this type of lineup of all magic damage essentially early until and just relying on the Wind Ranger. So all those deaths do compound.
Radiant are scanning.
And then, yeah, losing the Roche, right? That's another big one, too, is not able to successfully get that Roche. Yandex able to finish it off and have that Aegis.
That was at the point where it was starting to maybe look like Liquid were going to build that lead that they needed.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yandex, again, having that stage of the game also covered and that move ready to go with.
His bottom tower is under attack.
And Invoker looking as busted as ever, I will say. So
That's in Chira Jr.'s hands.
Yep. Oh my God.
Diving in.
Just deletes the supports. Nothing you can do. Kez things.
Final tier 2 gone. Still many minutes left with this Aegis on Watson. They're going to be ready to jump the high ground.
Oh, the core is level 25 as well. Sunstrike Revision to catch the start of the fight. They'll steal a pit, so Hux is happy.
Liquid, do they have some sort of one final miraculous hold here within them against Yandex?
Banner's down. No one can hit it. Catapult with alacrity. Big pit versus small pit.
Yandex very safely.
Catapults are still affected from the banner right there too, so alacrity catapults still doing their work. They don't even have to risk a hero to take out these racks. Watson will jump in though. They see Mickey.
They're going to lift up on a Mickey. Mickey's going to put the BKB. Keep his distance, try and turn the focus fire on a Watson. Get the parry off. Of course, Watson still has that Aegis ready to go.
Mega
He's
creeps.
Going to be there. They'll turn to DM instead. Will-O-Wisp is down. BKB from DM allows him to get away. Watson still has his own BKB ready to press. He'll pop it now. Just caught by the silence. Lift up to the side to protect him. Winston's curve. Holding back Mickey. Watson's going to get the space to back out of there. Yandex, they got the mega creeps. They might lose Malady. Mickey shackles there. Nisha rolls forward. They'll get a Wyvern kill.
Nisha.
But the damage is done. And now the Doom down onto Nisha. He's got to get out. He might just be dead to the damage this time.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. Taken away.
Yeah, that should be enough. He's gone. Does have buyback, but yeah, the mega creeps are out. They only lost the Wyvern there on that attempt, Yandex. So things continue to be held very safely in control by Yandex.
And Sox are doing some crazy damage, crazy controls. We do see even just with these casual firestorms really quickly, multiple times of these fights. They honestly didn't even have to go for that type of play on Yandex, because they were just quickly, like, just safely sieging for the megas, but just wanted to get that extra kill onto Mickey. And they're going to look to close it out here. Yep. Another jump.
Ready with a jump. They get the instant catch on the Tofu. Lewis will be dropped down in an attempt to save him. But won't stop him. And he's going to be stuck inside of the base here, DM, but he's very tanky.
He's Krullos.
McKay.
Lift.
Finish off the job, but yeah, Zach's able to get him back out of the base. Doesn't get him quite back to safety, though. DM does die.
Some kills.
See if we can chase for more. Has to be careful, though, because Watson's ready to turn on him. Ace pots the BKB, but Watson chasing on forward. Ace will get back up to the high ground.
He's going to take a lot of tick damage here, but he should still be okay. Yeah, I thought it was actually going to be less, a little bit more than that, but ends up surviving, get a little extra heal. Mega's claimed.
And they got a lot of money to spend there on Yandex after that. You know, we're seeing, what, 6.5k gold in the bank of Chira Jr.
Watson can eat his eggs and buy whichever item he wants. Right now he is queuing up that Scotty. Okay, queuing up the Satanic. Yeah, it's crazy to say how, you know, we've talked so much about how OP Earthspirit and all that is, right? This is one of those, they dealt with Nisha. They really addressed him a lot in this game. He's still only level, what, 23, I believe, on the Earthspirit as well, too. So not even having that 25 talent that makes him super busted as well. It's putting a lot of attention onto him.
Yeah, I mean, I think without a doubt, right, game 2, Liquid, they're just going to have to try a completely different strat, right? This sort of play style seems like Yandex, they were very ready for it.
Or just have to, I mean, have to just be a little bit cleaner as well, too, right? Like, you can't make these type of, like, almost any mistakes with this type of draft when you're playing versus this from Yandex. But yeah, probably going to go for something a bit different here. And maybe just not give up the Invoker and a Kaz, right? These two heroes are insanely strong when they are together.
I mean, these might be two of their
best.
I was going to say, if not the best that they will take here for Chira Jr. and Watson right now in this patch. They love these two heroes.
They're just insane when it gets to these later stages because they're just for their innate reason, right? They have so many spells. They literally have like 10 abilities.
Mm-hmm. And how much did the Rubik Underlord factor in? Are you watching this thinking, maybe...
Quite a lot.
Yeah, you still feel that's a risk that's not really worth taking.
I think 2 or 3 of the deaths on Nisha were because Soxa got like pit, right?
Yeah,
so he got like
true.
a pit plus a lift and then
pit.
So
yeah, makes it hard.
And it's just always the threat of it too, right? So Malady being a ward.
He's chilling.
They can play it as, I mean, as safe as they want right now on Yandex. Wait for someone to show. They also can just delete a hero in a heartbeat too, so it's not easy for Liquid to show themselves. Even these cores can die instantly. That's a lot of damage on Watson. How much does it actually go up? So 291, 241. When you get to Lacrity plus Flare's Boda, he's going to be hitting for... He's going to do like 700 something damage per hit on the Kez, not including crits. But
he's going to be able to get the setup on Anisha. He's outside of the base.
Just again, so many times they're fighting Anisha. Nice try.
Boxy's looking for some pretty crazy wraparound.
Oh, okay.
Get the shackle. Look at the Fiend's Gate.
This is a
Will-O-Wisp down onto the two of them, but there we go. Watson cuts apart Boxy in a couple of slashes.
Mickey.
Watson's ready to try and chase.
He sees him. He's got the mark on him. TP coming over from DM. Using the courier as well to scout.
Mickey.
Oh, Mickey.
He's looking pretty dead. The dude's upon him.
In the base.
Mickey gone. Maybe they could get Chira Jr. They've used all these buybacks. Doesn't look like they're going to get him even with the 3 buybacks coming out. Chira Jr. is able to get away.
And the Ancient, 1/3 HP. Watson can probably just go in and finish it off with a BKB if you'd like to. There's a glyph, though.
Chira Jr., he wants more kills.
He does.
He's here with the setup. Not the force to get Ace away from the combo.
So much damage. Oh my god. 1 Firestone with this Conjurer's Catalyst. And
he wants more kills. He's ready to come in. They'll protect Mickey momentarily with the Stonefall, but not enough to save it. They're ready to kill off Liquid in the fountain. The game's over. GG's call. Whew. A very scary Yandex here in this game 1. Very much showing that they did their homework. They knew what Liquid were going to do. They saw the draft. They're like, okay, you want to do this, you want to do that, make the moves here, make the moves there. They were there every time.
Greed is good.
Every time they knew what they wanted and they came with the answer.
Yeah, and Greed is definitely good in this game, right? We saw literally it's pretty